You say that you don't like them, but I see you all the time.
Hey everyone, my name is Allie and welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for the Latinx Book Bingo Readathon that is going on from September 15th to October 15th. First, I want to have a disclaimer that I have my windows open because it's over 90 degrees today and I'm really hot and I need the air to come in and circulate through my room. So you might be hearing some noises from outside like cars going by, but let's just get on with the video. So if you're new to my channel, at least from within the past year, you might not know that I co-host the Latinx Book Bingo Readathon every September 15th to October 15th with two other people in the book community. One of them is Paula from Mansorel and the other is Sophia from Bookish Wanderess, and I co-host with them. Basically, we decided to put on this readathon during the Hispanic Heritage Month, and it's just so much fun getting to read specifically Latinx books. So in the stack right next to me I have quite a few books to add to my TBR and I'm so excited. I think last year I read around 4 or 5 books, I want to say, and I loved all of them. It was so much fun and I'm really excited to jump into some new Latinx books, especially some new releases from this year. So the first book that I have on this TBR is We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K. Mejia, and I will add the exact little like squares that this book is representative of, and so that'll like be on the screen right here for each of the books. And I'm really excited about this one. It came out this year and it's also a dystopian, so I haven't really read that genre in a while. And I'm just so excited to get to read this book. I finally get to read it. I feel like a lot of the books in this TBR I kind of put off until the Latinx Book Bingo Readathon, so I'll have books to read for this readathon. It says, at the Medeo School for Girls, distinguished young women are trained for one of 2 roles in their polarized society. Depending on her specialization, a graduate will one day run her husband's household or raise his children. But both wives are promised a life of comfort and luxury, far from the frequent political uprisings of the lower class. So to me this kind of sounds like The Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead, but with a little bit of a twist, and I'm really excited to get into this book. The next book is one I've put off for quite a long time, and that is What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. So I figured this would work for at least one of the blocks in the bingo card, and I'm really excited to read this because I've tried to read Adam Silvera's books in the past and it hasn't really worked out, so I'm hoping that this book will end up being the one that I really enjoy, especially since I love Becky Albertalli and I have a good feeling about this book. It's literally been sitting on my bookshelves since it came out, and I feel like it's just time now to read this book. The next book is another one that came out this year, and that is Don't Date Rosa Santos by Nina Moreno. And I am so excited about this book because I know that it's one of Rocky's all-time favorite books. I know that the main character is Cuban, and I'm pretty sure she's also bisexual, which is really cool. And I'm just so excited to get into this book. And I feel like I've been putting it off for so long. I know so many people have already read this book, and I'm finally going to be able to jump into it and hopefully enjoy it just like everyone else has. The next book is another 2019 release, and that is Nocturna by Maya Montaigne, and I am so excited for this one as well, especially since it is a fantasy Latinx book, which I feel like we don't have enough fantasies by Latinx authors, and especially about Latinx characters, and I'm just so freaking excited about this book. I've heard so many good things about it. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't believe I didn't buy it like the day it came out, but I'm so glad that I finally have it now, and it just sounds super intriguing. I love the inside of the book with the map, and it's just gorgeous. And I'm just so excited. I feel like I'm really going to like this book. I have a good feeling about all of the books, but I have a feeling that this might be a new favorite. So I'm really crossing my fingers for this one. The next book is actually a sequel to a book that I read last year for this readathon, and that is The Shadow Hour by Melissa Gray. And this is a sequel to The Girl at Midnight, and I really enjoyed that book. I think I gave it either a 4 or 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. It's been a whole entire year since I read that book, but I remember how much I loved it. It definitely reminds me of kind of like Laini Taylor's writing. It's kind of like urban fantasy mixed with magical realism, and it's very, very good. I loved the writing and I loved the world building especially. So I'm really excited to jump back into this world, similar to kind of like City of Bones. I know I keep trying to like relate it to other books, but it definitely gave me the same vibes as like City of Bones or Laini Taylor's writing. And I'm really, really excited to get this one. I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy, so maybe I'll end up getting the 3rd book if I really enjoy this one. The next book is one I got from Book of the Month, not Book of the Month YA, but the adult regular version of Book of the Month, and that is Dominicana by Angie Cruz. And when I saw this book was going to be available for Book of the Month, I jumped on it so fast, and I'm so excited to get to read it. But I really wanted to add in an adult book into like my TBR because I felt like it was a lot of YA, which is normally pretty okay with me. I mainly read YA, and that's kind of like my favorite age range, genre, whatever you want to call it. But I've really been trying to incorporate a few more adult books into my TBRs and reading habits. So I really hope that I enjoy Dominicana, and I think it's going to be a really interesting book to read. And it wasn't this month's Book of the Month, it was last month's Book of the Month. I'm pretty sure you can still get it from Book of the Month if you want to, but you can also get it from literally any other bookseller anywhere. And then we finally get to the Readathon's group book, which is The Grief Keeper by Alexandra Belisante, and I will put the cover up right here. I did request it from the library, and I think that I've waited too long to pick it up, so I'll probably either have to request it again or just purchase it. Either way is fine with me, but I'm really excited to have a group book for this time around. I know last year we didn't have a group book, but I feel like we'll have kind of a bit more of a group setting and feel now that we have a book that we're all going to be reading, and I'm just so excited to get to talk about it. I actually hadn't even heard of the book before. I'm pretty sure either Sophia or Paula brought it up and was like, hey, let's do this book. And I'm pretty sure that other Latinx readathons are doing it this month as well, so we're all going to be reading it. And I'm so thrilled that we're actually going to be able to get all together and kind of have this Latinx party for the dates of September 15th all the way to October 15th. So it's one whole month, and we'll have a lot of time to read. You can join in literally whenever you want. You can do it the entire time. You can just read one book. You can read a couple of books. Any way you want to participate is totally up to you. I will be participating the entire time, but really you can just kind of do it however you want to. But I totally urge you to try to read at least one Latinx book during this time period. That would be so amazing, and I think it's really important to highlight these Latinx authors who are telling specifically Latinx stories, and I'm just so excited to be able to be a part of this again. And I hope that this year will be just as exciting and successful as last year was, and I can't wait to continue to do this for as long as I'm able to. Okay, so that was the TBR video, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you'll join us during this Latinx Book Bingo Readathon for September 15th to October 15th in any capacity that you can. Just please, if you can, try to squeeze in at least one Latinx book into your TBRs for the months of September and October. And don't forget to follow the Latinx Book Bingo Readathon on Twitter. All the links will be down below for my Twitter, for Paula's Twitter, for Sophia's Twitter, and also for just the group Twitter account as well. So all those links will be down there. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Goodreads, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!